Peace, everybody. What's good? It's our boy George Malachi Williams, and you are now in tune to New Media Today USA. Let's go. All right, everybody, look. Now, this video here, man, I want to talk about my main man, Anthony Knock him out the box, Joshua, better known as AJ. I want to talk about some of the key things that I know, that I see, and that I feel, how I know that he can beat Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to make any predictions and say that, hey, AJ's going to knock Tyson Fury out, because Fury's never been knocked out. You see what I'm saying? He's been knocked down before. AJ's been knocked down before. But let me cover some things, some of AJ's strengths that I really, really like. Past couple of days, I've been diving really deep into a couple of his fights. The one fight in particular was when he fought Joseph Parker, and then his last fight when he fought Pulev, and then the fight before that when he fought Andy Ruiz. We saw three different style Anthony Joshuas. And let me tell you something. This boy is a beast. Now, I got some notes. You know me. I have my notes. Okay, now, some of the things that I looked at, right, about Anthony Joshua, right, I was looking at some of his strengths. You know, he doesn't have that many weaknesses, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But let's look at some of Anthony Joshua's strengths. What scares me about this fight against him and Tyson Fury, because if Fury don't be careful, it could be a short night for him, or it could be a brutal night for him. However it goes down. You see what I'm saying? But check it out, though. Strength number one that I looked at is this here. AJ has a nice left check hook. If you watch his fights, the boy throws that check hook. When he throws out, if you open up, let's say if a fighter is throwing a jab at AJ, right? You throw the jab at him, you know what I mean? AJ will slip it, or AJ will come this way. You know, he'll block it. If you throw the jab, he'll block it, and he'll come with a quick check hook, right? It looks like he's not really throwing it that hard, but when I watched that fight with when he fought Parker, let me tell you something, man. Joseph Parker's a damn good fighter. Joseph Parker was really studied AJ, because if anybody else would have been in there with AJ that night, he would have got knocked out. He took some big shots, but let me tell you something. Parker was like doing a lot of pulling, and he was anticipating a lot of AJ's moves, but AJ did win the fight in the 12-round decision. We do know that. But let me tell you something, man. AJ's check hook. You know what I mean? That check hook is serious. And by him being such a big, massive, muscular guy, let me tell you something, man. It's the heavyweight division. AJ landing that left hook. We know about the right hand, but people underestimate AJ's left hook. People, please go back and look at some of AJ's fights. The left hook is vicious. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and we know he has a vicious right hand. You see what I'm saying? AJ has a vicious right hand. Once he smells blood in the water, he's coming for your ass. You see what I'm saying? He's a nice guy. AJ has a beautiful smile. Kind of got the boys look like a model, but in the goddamn ring, he is a effing beast. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, I don't want to just be putting on AJ's coattail. Let me just stick to the facts. Okay, his combinations are deadly. You see what I'm saying? And AJ is deadly accurate, right? That's another thing that I looked at. If you watch a lot of AJ's fights, especially the Klitschko fight, right? His combinations, when the fight came to the center of the ring and they got close, AJ threw a left hook, that check hook I was telling you about, but he missed. Klitschko ducked his head down. AJ, I could tell he was working on this in the gym. When he throw a punch, he very seldom throw one punch, especially if you're close. If you're close and the distance is close enough, he's not going to throw one punch. He's going to throw a combination of punches. You see what I'm saying? So when he threw that left hook at Klitschko, right? And with Vladimir Klitschko, and Vladimir ducked the left, he ducked him when he threw the left at Klitschko. Vladimir ducked the left, which was a good move, but then AJ came that right uppercut. He came so fast. It was as though that he set Vladimir Klitschko up for that shot. And then Klitschko saw the uppercut coming. He saw it, but it was too late. But it was too late. He saw it coming. He realized he effed up. He realized he effed up when he ducked down, and AJ came to the uppercut, and bam. You see what I'm saying? So the uppercut is vicious. His combinations is serious. It's very calculated. AJ is a lot smarter. He has a real hell of a boxing IQ. He has a real hell of a boxing IQ, right? And that's another thing that people don't look at. People look at his size and how muscular he is. He looks like a bodybuilder and all that stuff there. But they underestimate his boxing IQ. The boy can really box. I've been studying him for the past few days, right? I've been studying for the past few days. You know what I mean? So when he throws a punch, like his jab, he throws it with conviction. He throws it with conviction. Sometimes he'll snap the jab, and watch AJ's eyes. His eyes is always looking at the target. He may throw a jab, a strong jab, just to see how you react to it. Remember, he's always setting you up for the right hand or that check left hook. Depending on how you respond, that's what he's going to do. He's very intelligent, right? So, so basically, we know he got a vicious right hand. So we got to stay away from that right hand. You see what I'm saying? And that uppercut is deadly. We already talked about the uppercut. Now, his boxing IQ is very underrated. AJ boxing IQ is very underrated. A lot of people don't understand, like, when AJ's in the ring, I'm going to give you a perfect example. When he fought Andy Ruiz the first fight, let's keep it a buck, right? Andy Ruiz, he was finna get him out of there. Andy Ruiz had got too close. AJ unleashed some combinations on his ass, dropped him, sat him on his ass. Normally, most fighters who get dropped like that, they'll be drunk days and then AJ will finish him off. But Andy had a damn good chin. He got knocked down and stunned him, but he wasn't as hurt as AJ thought he was. And when he got back up, Andy Ruiz having that Mexican warrior blood in him, he stood up and he did what he know how to do best. We gonna fight. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting. And that's what he did. And he landed that punch, as AJ said, from the guards, and he caught him in the back of the head with the punch. I'm not saying it was an illegal punch, but he caught him like right here on the side of the head, right? And knocked his equilibrium off, and he never recovered from that. That's what happened. And Andy Ruiz didn't know that was going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz was like, okay, well, fuck it. If it's a fight, let's get it on. If it's going down, let's get it over with. You know what I mean? That was Andy Ruiz, and he landed that punch and ta-da. Now, if you look at the second fight with AJ and Andy Ruiz, AJ showed that he can box. He showed footwork. He kind of looked like a welterweight in there, right? And I'm like, God damn, I never seen this AJ before, moving around the ring the way he did. But this is something that his trainers, they worked on. They said, okay, listen, man, we're going to move around the ring, show some footwork. This guy's fat and slow. You got to be able to show this guy something different. And Andy Ruiz wasn't expecting that. So he was on the hunt all night with AJ, and AJ was moving around the ring, staying away from his power, jabbing. He just outboxed him. Now, a lot of people say he fought scared. I'm not going to lie. I was one of those people who said that. He fought scared and cautious. But then again, I have to look at it. It's a difference between fighting scared and fighting cautious. He wasn't scared, but he just fought cautious because he knew that he couldn't afford to lose to this guy the second time. If he loses to this guy again, he'll probably never get his belts back because Ruiz was going to end up fighting Beyonce Wilder, and that'll probably been the end of that. You see what I'm saying? So he had to make sure at the end of the day, boxing is all about what? Getting the victory, making sure you get the victory. That's what he did. So study that fight there, his footwork, ring IQ, and all of that stuff, right? Another thing is AJ understands distance very well. When you see him coming forward, right, AJ will be like, he comes forward. He's always like with the half steps. He comes with the half steps, and he has his guard high and tight. He always has his guard high and tight, like right here. He's never in striking distance, but he's always close enough to where if he want to jab, like step real fast, he's going to land that left. He's going to land that left jab or that check left hook. You know what I mean? Listen, people, I'm telling you. Brothers, sisters, look at AJ's check left hook. The man has a mean left check hook. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing. He understands distance very well. He sizes his opponents up very well. Everything is calculated with AJ. Very, very intelligent in the ring. Now, outside of the fact that he looks like a bodybuilder, right, and a model, all wrapped into a boxer's body. You see what I'm saying? Just imagine. You got this guy. This guy's 6'5". 240-something, 50 pounds, right? I'm not gay or anything, but he has a good, he's a decent looking man. You know what I mean? He has the boyish look. He has a pretty face, pretty white teeth. He's muscular. You know what I mean? But he looks like he can go for a model. But then he's muscular. He looks like he can be a bodybuilder, but he can box. He has big ass legs. This guy can really, really box. And so normally when people be big and muscular like that, they don't have the skills that AJ has. But you know what I mean? Like he's really, really one of a kind. He's very, very gifted for him to be that size. Now, another thing is I want to talk about a weakness that I see in AJ because I got to cover the weakness also. AJ does gas out. And the reason why he gasses out is because when you have muscles like that, the body, it takes a lot of oxygen. Those muscles take a lot of oxygen from you, right? So it takes a lot of oxygen when you are built and muscular like that. Trust me, I know. I work out. You know what I mean? I'm 172 pounds right now. You know what I mean? I'm a little guy. You know what I mean? I'm only like 5'5". So, but I work out a lot. I've been working out for a long time. You know what I mean? I'm damn near 50 myself. But, so I do get it. You know what I mean? And I used to box myself. I used to box when I was a teenager. So I know. I definitely know how it is in the fight game. I never boxed on a professional level, but on the amateur level. So basically, what I'm saying is he does gas out. So if a fighter can kind of like take AJ the distance, you know what I mean? He might have a shot with him. But let me tell you something. People say he'll gas out. Every fighter gets tired in the ring. It's very few fighters that I see that get tired. Like, there's some fighters that just be at peak condition. Perfect example, Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo seems like he never gets tired. That dude is on go from the first round to the 12th round and everything in between. Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. I love that dude. Him and his brother Jamal. But this video is about AJ. But AJ, he does sometimes gas out. But when he fought Andy Ruiz, that last fight, you know what I mean? He didn't look tired at all. But when he fought the guy Pulev, no, AJ didn't really look that tight. I guess he was kind of winded a little bit. But let me tell you something, man. When you like fighting 8, 9, 10 rounds, and then let's say you fight 12 rounds, that's 36 minutes. That's 36 minutes. Anybody's going to get tired boxing 36 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So he does kind of get a little winded every now and then. You know what I mean? But he gets his second win. It's not like AJ gets tired and then he doesn't recover. He gets tired and he recovers. He gets his second win. Every boxer goes through that. You know, except maybe like a Floyd Mayweather, he really knows how to preserve himself in the ring. So AJ need to learn that. That's kind of his weakness. People say that, hey, you know, he can't take a punch, you know, but in the heavyweight division, man, all it takes is one punch. You see what I'm saying? So heavyweights, anybody can get knocked out. You know, so AJ can get knocked out, as we seen. Tyson Fury can get knocked out. We seen Beyonce Wilder get knocked out by Tyson Fury. And he said Tyson Fury had pillow fists. You see what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But these are some of the ways that I see that AJ, if he uses his strengths, right? If he uses down the distance, if he understands distance, how to measure Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury is a tall guy. He's 6'9". You see what I'm saying? So if he can use those strengths that I just named, use that check hook, time Tyson Fury's jab. You see what I'm saying? Get on the inside. Make it an ugly fight. AJ, I'm going to tell you something else AJ has. AJ has beautiful body on work. I like to call AJ the body snatcher because he know how to work that body. AJ will work that body, and I'm pretty sure when he fights Tyson Fury, AJ, when you fight Tyson Fury, if you work his body, you can slow him down from doing a lot of the movement. But it depends on which Tyson Fury you get. Because if you get the Tyson Fury that has the irky-jerky style and like to dance around the ring, then you're going to have to press the action and go to his body. But if you get the Tyson Fury that's currently training with Sugar Hill that fought Deontay Wilder, he's going to be there to be hit, and he's coming. He's not going to back up. He's coming. So that could be opportunities for you as well. So work the body. If you already know if Tyson Fury gets too close, you already know how to throw those combinations. If Tyson Fury, he likes to duck down. If he ducks down, bam, come with that uppercut. Make him wish he never came down there. You see what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that I can see that AJ can do against Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury, some of his old habits show up in the fight, like if he ducks his head down, AJ's going to come with the uppercut. AJ's going to come with a check left hook. You see what I'm saying? AJ's going to come with a jab to the body. Because we know he loves to jab to the body to fill you out. That's Floyd Mayweather. That's Floyd Mayweather patented move, the jab to the body. So AJ likes to do that jab to the body. He sizes you up. He understands down the distance. So I'm saying down the distance like football, but he understands distance. You know how to close the gap. You know what I mean? Now, and AJ does have really good head movement. So if he can get close enough to get his shots off, it could be an early night for Tyson Fury. I still think the fight will go 12 rounds, but I think if AJ can go to the body, work the Gypsy King's body. If he can work his body enough to wear him down, then he can get off a lot of his shots. AJ is going to have to be patient, but this is the way that he can beat the Gypsy King. Do what he does best. You know what I mean? Work that check hook, go to the body, break him down. When he get close, unleash those 3-4 punch combinations, and then use your excellent footwork to circle. And you have to make it an ugly fight. Go study Bernard Hopkins, i.e., what's my man from Oakland, California? Andre Ward. Study Bernard Hopkins and Andre Ward. Make it an ugly fight. Fight him the way that Bernard Hopkins fought Tito Trinidad. The way Bernard Hopkins fought Oscar De La Hoya. The way Bernard Hopkins fought. Dang, man, it's so many fighters he fought, man. I can't. My mind is going blank right now. So guys, please forgive me. But Bernard Hopkins, we like to call him the body snatcher. Bernard Hopkins is always good at creating basically game plans tailor-made specifically to decipher and break down his opponent that he's going to fight. So I think if AJ do a lot of film study, look at Tyson Fury. Look at the old Tyson Fury and look at the new version of Tyson Fury also. And use some of your strengths to get in there, work that check hook, work the body, and that'll open up everything else for you. And if he does that, he'll be able to beat the Gypsy King. I won't say with ease, but he'll be able to beat him pretty much fairly good and decent. Now, will it be a knockout? I don't know. I don't know, because Gypsy King never been knocked out before. He's been knocked down, but he gets back up. So I don't know. But AJ can crack. If he land that right hand and hit that uppercut, it could be a long night. So other than that, guys, that's it. Please tell me what do you think. Please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are trying to grow. We are trying to grow. Sorry about that. I'm talking too fast. Again, I love you guys. This is our boy George Malachi Williams, represent for New Media Today USA. Peace.